Indeed, greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you so much for joining me again on another video, another live stream, another day, another experience, another feeling. Thank you for sharing this space with me, friends. Man, I've been feeling weird today. Like I know that it's probably coinciding with me fasting and also not being able to go to sleep last night and also doing some weird shenanigans before I go to sleep. So like I'll do this thing where if there's something really worth saying or something that really resonates with me, I'll record it onto like my main phone, and then while I'm listening to binaural beats with like some background music over top of that, I'll kind of integrate one of these things worth saying, and I'll say it over and over and over again to myself through listening to it. So I have my own voice in my own head, and then I also say it out loud as I'm listening to it. And I did that for maybe like 35 minutes last night. But it makes you feel weird hearing your own voice like that over and over again, especially the things I was repeating. Funnily enough, can't remember exactly the things that I repeat over and over again. I know the first one is I will to do only God's will. I desire to love only as God loves. I'll get them. I'm gonna do it again tonight. 35 more minutes. Lane, you're first, my dude. I'm doing well, dude. How are you doing, man? How are you doing? It's nice to have you here. Lisa's here as well. Scar, thank you for joining us, my friend. Mr. Smithies, it's nice to have you as well. Have I greeted everyone? Yeah, I think I have. Thank you, friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. Man, do I want to start rolling? Or do I want to read something worth saying? Okay, that little seed has been returned to the ether. Want to see what this looks like? I don't know if you would be able to see that great. Like, most of the light is coming from behind, unfortunately, but goodness, these buds. I know holding it in the sun is destroying trichomes or some of the THC, but I believe there is enough to spare. Infamous One, it's so nice to have you here, my friend. Got to see baby Meld yesterday. I still haven't recovered. Good to see. Good morning, love. Thank you, my friend. Killed it yesterday, Mel. Thank you so much. Like, the thing is as well, that's the craziest part about it, Infamous One. Like, that podcast or that interview, if you will, could have probably gone on for like 6 hours. Like, I still feel like there's a lot of things I left unsaid. And instead of being like, oh man, things left unsaid, I'm like, good, keep things, say things here. Sean joined me on stream last night. Okay, and what did he say? Did he like stay for a while? Did people have something to say to him, Scarmelia? I'm doing okay, just getting ready for work. What is it you're doing actually, Lane? I don't know why, but I'm imagining you working at Subway, dude. I might be completely wrong in thinking that, but for some reason, that's what I'm thinking. Hey buddy, hey air fry guy, thank you for joining us, my friend. Something worth rolling. This bud is something worth rolling. Like, man, I so desperately wish I could share this with you, friends. Like, the only way that I would be able to share it with you is if you come here, because there's no way that I can take bud on an airplane or something, and unfortunately. But if you want to come here and smoke bud with me, homegrown bud, literally every ounce of love that I had in my being was poured into these plants. I mean, be my guest. Actually, come and be my guest. I think Model Melt was even more of a surprise. It is. It's surprising to me even, Mr. Smithies, Charles. It's even surprising to me, dude. Like, goodness. I used to be such a pompous fucking asshole. You know how I know I was a real asshole while I was doing that? It was with listening of music in my car, Like I would be at the modeling agency, and then I would like leave eventually, like after my classes are finished, and I get in my car and like the music is still like fucking loud, and I'm just like fuck dancing in the car. Like I was vibing, I wasn't trying to be an asshole, but now looking back I'm like fucking twat asshole. How do you how can you do stuff like that? But yeah, I think I'm happy to have changed. We're constantly changing, you know, constantly changing. Something that Taylor actually said yesterday is don't change but keep evolving. And I feel, yeah, maybe that's a better way to look at it than just, you know, blunt change, if you will. I'm already behind freaking comments. Greetings from Somalia. Well, hello to you, my friend. Thank you for joining us all the way from Somalia. This is South Africa. We are Africa buddies. It was so incredible yesterday. So much vibes and so much love. Like, it was almost palpable. I ended up reading all of the comments. Some of you probably know by now that I did. But like following with the comments and then imagining where we were in the conversation and your comments to the photos, it was, yeah, just blissful. It was so amazing. I absolutely love you, friends. Thank you for sharing the space with me now as well. It's more than I could have ever imagined. You know, and no amount of money in the world would ever be able to buy what it is we have with one another now. Just kind of reminds myself of the value of genuine connection over the value of immaterial pieces of paper, dude. Right? Why? Air fry Rita. Definitely modeling one was great. I couldn't stay for the whole stream yesterday. I'll have to go back and see what I missed. Dude, like, I was legit surprised when Tate was like, okay, we're going to start, you know, what did he say? Running down, calming down, getting to the end of it. Like I was like, what? It's been 3 hours already? I was just getting warmed up. But like, I thank you all for like how long you friends have been there and how much of it you watched and how just loving you were, friends. Thank you so much. Making some canna butter right now in the crock pot and taking a few rips of my packs as we speak. That sounds freaking nice, Big Papa. Would you recommend the packs? Because like I do eventually want to get myself a vaporizer, but it's between the packs and the Mighty for me, dude. Those are the two ones that are calling my attention. Would you say that your packs has served you better? Have you ever tried the Mighty? I'm really curious. Is Sean your boyfriend? I think, yeah, Sean is the boyfriend. A barista? I'm not sure about that. I'm a barista. Oh, at a small chain coffee shop, Mel. Okay, I can see that as well. You see, it's almost the same vibe. Like it's kind of the same vibe in my head, like Subway versus barista, because you're like standing behind the counter, like there's a constant them watching you while you're preparing the thing, right? I didn't imagine you working at McDonald's like behind. I was like, yeah, Lane, beautiful as he is, dude must be like a magnet for him for customers. Gotta put him all the way up the front. People need to see, dude. Like now I'm kind of curious as well. Would you say you're a coffee fan, Lane? Have you learned a lot about making coffee? Do you think you're going to utilize these skills that you're learning right now for making coffee for yourself and others going forward? Good morning, Candace. Thank you for joining us, my beloved friend. He came in and out and asked a few questions and showed his face. Sounds exciting, Scarmelia. Give you love. Thank you for the love, Cable. I'll give you love right back, dude. I don't know why. Maybe you know why. I saw a rod of lightning, dude, like when I closed my eyes. So I'm sending you love as well, my friend. Thank you. Crockpot works great for canna butter if you don't mind the odor of the pot filling up the kitchen. That is true. If you don't have a crockpot, you can use the water method as well, which you basically float. So, you know, since oil floats on water, you float the oil and the leafy material in a bunch of water, like a substantial amount of water, and you like let that percolate for a while, if you will. And then after it's been done percolating, you strain all of that stuff off, get all of the solids out of it, and then you put it in the fridge, you know, water and oil together, and then it separates, the oil solidifies on the top, and you can just kind of like flip it, and then you'll see at the bottom of it there'll be a little bit of a, you know, some residual, I want to call it dirt. It's not dirt, it's mostly trichomes that get like through the filter, and then you can just kind of wash that off or scrape it off, get yourself some real clean canna butter. Why am I giving advice on making canna butter? Happy Saturday, brother. I'm doing some auto work today on my personal vehicles. Okay, TJ, what personal vehicles do you have, dude? Like when I hear that exact sentence, I'm imagining you have like some sort of like old muscle car or something that you're working on, trying to get it running again. Just see you full of grease, dude. How cool that must be. Interestingly enough, like I wanted to with my dad when I was about 15. I wanted to restore a car with him, but yeah, he wasn't having any of it, unfortunately. Awesome. I'm glad you're being supportive, Scar. That's the way. The smell is mitigated with a day or two in the cheesecloth and the Ziploc, and then when double boil, make sure to seal the mason jar. All of those things do help. You're very much right, Big Papa. May have had a role to play though. I don't know what that means, Carmelia. He showed his face and alcohol has a role to play. Was he intoxicated and for that reason he was willing to show his face? Like that's the only correlation I can make. What's my intention? What's my intention? Growth. I saw for some reason broccoli, you know, sprouting, and I was like, okay, that looks like growth to me. Growth it is, friends. Our intention for today is growth. What do you feel has helped you grow the most? Mildly reeing, but we're going to steal, I'm thinking, this frickin'. Damn it. You know what? I think it will work. If you're wondering what it is I'm doing, I left my little filter. I know where it is, but I'm not gonna go and fetch it now, so we're making one out of cardboard. Is this gonna be enough? I don't think this is big enough. Is it? Maybe it is. Nah, looks sus. Looks freaking sus. I'm gonna start over. Maybe we'll do something absurd and roll a joint way too big or something now. It's already looking like that. That should be good, I hope. Growth. What has helped you grow the most? Be it information, be it a person, be it an activity, be it a diet. Do share with me, friends. What do you feel have helped you grow? Give me information for me to integrate, please. Oh, I blast my music in my car, but I do it with purpose at Basically Metal. I feel you, dude. I like, as I said as well, it's 100% a vibe. But I also remember the looks I got, you know, and like thriving off of those looks. People being like, what the fuck is this absolute delinquent doing? And I'd be like, yeah, I'm listening to freaking Sartre, it's a vibe. I do feel it, dude. Like I 100% understand, Lane. I stick with double boil method for canna butter now. Yeah, it helps. It does help. You also have less to deal with when it comes to the cleaning of it. It was fun. I was noticeably inebriated by the end of the stream. Okay, I hear you. Tag me next time you guys go live and I'll run. I'll do that. I'll do that infamous one. It is going to be something we definitely have to do. I think next time if we do another co-stream, if you will, I'm going to ask Tate a bunch of questions because I feel I didn't get to ask Tate a question. And interestingly enough, I did ask him a question basically as we're starting to get ready for the stream. And the question I asked him is, how did he get into Arpan? You know, and I kind of want to hear the story about how he went from radio host to being on Arpan now. So yeah, 100% Infamous One is going to be a day when we do it again. We'll tag you, my friend. Be our guest, be our guest. Smoke at Mel's is always the best. It's the kush, it's the weed, has all the pot that you need. Yes, yes, just like that. Come, we can sing together. You wanna come here? Huh, Kiki? You don't wanna say hi to the people? You wanna continue with your shenanigans? I'm not surprised. I shall sure we'll see her a little bit later. Man, now Beauty and Beast is gonna be stuck in my head on replay. Thank you, Candace. Theme. Oh yeah, absolutely the theme. I instantly noticed it. Thank you so much, Candace. I'm so glad you're here. Katie, I'm so glad you're here as well, my friend. Interview was a vibe. Yes, it was, Jovan. And you friends were vibing extremely hard yourselves. Can I just say? Like, it was like you were vibrating with energy and love, and it was so beautiful to see it come out into the comments. When Tate asked your favorite curse word yesterday, I commented mine and got banned. Goodness. Gets banned for cursing? What did you say? Don't say it. But what did you say? Like, maybe, like, give me the description of the word. Goodness. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Katie. That's so stupid. I've been in a couple of interviews and I feel as though I have so much more to say than what they ask me. Oh yeah, like fortunately Tate was still asking really good questions. Like, I didn't feel he was not providing as much of a space. I just feel there wasn't enough time, dude, to say all of the things that needed to be said. And Tate, being a professional and knowing what he's doing, he kind of mitigated me a little bit, you know, like, hey dude, stop talking for a second and we're gonna talk about this thing now. And I'm like, oh wait, let's go, dude, let's go. What? That's nonsense. Yeah, it is. The banning is definitely nonsense. Nice tweezers, 100% natural terps, no finger terps. Like, I don't actually mind finger terps, you know, because I do believe technically there is essence of me going into the joint as I'm rolling it. And technically I still have like saliva that is also now going to be smoked. So technically there's a bit of myself that I'm going to be smoking now. But the reason I don't like the terps on my fingers isn't so much because of my joints, just because of I don't like dirty hands, dude. Feeling my hands being sticky it's not a vibe for me, dude. I get triggered. Not like really angry, just I want to wash my hands. Get myself some alcohol and rub it between my fingers. I have the Pax 2 and a MFLB for dry herb and a few E-rigs. Carta, Versa, Peak. Okay. I do know the Puffco Peak, but that sounds sick, my friend. That sounds really sick. I think Dan also has a Puffco Peak. I've been missing Dan. Thinking about Dan. Brenda. Been thinking about Brenda as well, actually. Thinking about Alex. Thinking about Gare Bear. Man, I love that dude as well. I'm sending them so much love. I really like the packs for flavor, quality, and it's discreet. You see, that's the one thing that the packs is kind of selling me on. The Mighty isn't really that sleek looking. Los, Nia, Kiki. She's trying to steal my pen. Lost my pen, Aid. Leave my pens alone. I do want to say something worth saying. We haven't actually, just yet. What are you stealing? Stealing my tweezers now? No. Leave my stuff alone. Grinder is gonna be next. I'll hide that as well. This is a little bit of a intense one, as like you can't say that type of intense. Living as the awakened mind of God. Look at life anew. The I am consciousness that we're all sharing, right? Living as the awakened mind of God, see life anew. What a beautiful thing we're saying. Going to a monster truck rally, thought that with the fam, super stoked. Goodness, 4 little girls and monster trucks. That sounds like the sickest thing ever. Candace, it's gonna be their first one? I think I may have read that it's going to be their first one you're going to. I never used the packs, but I have a Mighty, and it works great, easy to clean as well. My only suggestion is to get an aftermarket stand for it. Yeah, like you can get, fortunately, I have access to a 3D printer as well. It's not mine, it's my little brother's, but I can just design an aftermarket stand for myself. Stonks. Well, I mean, it's still gonna be a ways off, dude. Like, unfortunately, the Mighty is beyond expensive here in South Africa, so I cannot afford it just yet. Thank you for the goat. I appreciate it, J Beast. Growth. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Love my packs too for dry herb. Waited 30 days, had to appeal. KT that got unbanned. That's so stupid. Packs 2, just some bud cups to keep it easy. Thank you for the keep calm as well, J Beast. I appreciate the love you're sprinkling on the stream, my friend. I really do appreciate it. I'm drinking chocolate fudge brownie coffee at the moment. Chocolate fudge brownie. So it's a brownie with chocolate fudge pieces in it, or did it get melted into the batter and like mixed with it? That does sound amazing. And then it's coffee, so like adding that as a flavor into coffee, how do you even do that? Sounds like some black magic to me. Lane, for some reason I thought you worked at Taco Bell. Totally slipped my mind that you are a barista. How is it? That was my favorite job. That's so cool, actually. And what are the odds as well that it's something that you would resonate with and still think, that he was working for Taco Bell. Like, interesting that you say Taco Bell. Oh, damn it. Burnt a small little hole in it. And I was thinking more like the Subway type of vibe. Just kind of see Lane of his like smiling face, being like, how can I help you? I've never had, well, actually I almost lied. I've had Taco Bell once, but I had it in China. And I don't know if that counts. Maybe a little bit. Oh, imagine Lane as a Jerry Cantle. I don't know who Jerry Cantle is, unfortunately. Flowing, magnificent hair. Metal flowing out of every pore. That sounds about right. I thought I saw a Wild Jovan. I used to work at Taco Bell. I enjoyed making the drinks, but since it's a chain, time is more important than quality. That's the only thing that bugs me. Yeah, that is unfortunately how it be. They want efficiency, so they can make the money, you see. Yeah, that is the way, dude. Hopefully we'll move past that as well. Yes, and they must walk in slow motion, of course. No big projects this weekend, just working on my kids, RAV4, and my new GMC Acadia, adding some LED headlights, etc. That sounds sick, dude. Okay. GMC Acadia, like, goes straight over my head. I do know what a RAV4 looks like, though. I'm so happy to hear that. Working on my kids' RAV4. So I'm guessing your kid is like 16. Because if you're still a millennial, that means you're no older than 31? No, you can't have a 16-year-old kid if you're 31. Maybe you can, you know? If you do, like, stonks to you, man. You're doing it. You're doing it. Darth Zombius, good morning to you as well, friend. We were both drinking Mel. Lol had quite a bit more than him. Okay, I'm happy that you had a good time, though. I hope you're not feeling too under the weather today, at least, Carmelia. No shit, music has helped me grow the most. Oh, there we go. I actually forgot about that question, dude. Thank you for telling me as well. I feel, man, it's a difficult question for me to say that music in itself helped me grow, but also I 100% want to say that. I remember listening to music, especially as a teenager, and believing it's only music if there's people playing actually hand-played instruments and there was, singing involved. If that wasn't happening, it wasn't music to me at that point in my life. Now that I'm listening to Psytrance, it's kind of ironic looking back on that. And I was like listening to a bunch of like kind of punk rock, alternative rock type of bands, and especially with those types of music, they have a lot of emphasis on the lyrics and like expressing ideas and feelings to you as a listener. And my mind, or at least the way that I was feeling about it, it felt like all of these songs was in a way being sung for me, and I could like apply it in some way to my life, and it was like a way for me to process the emotions that I was feeling about these things being said, and how like that could have led me to growth. So yeah, 100%, dude, 100%. Music can help you grow. I had a breakthrough, for lack of a better cliche word, yesterday in my therapy session. That's awesome, Katie. Like 100% use the word breakthrough. That it, makes something pop up in my mind as well. Well, do you want to share your breakthrough with us? Maybe it can help maybe it can help some of the other friends as well, or even me. I enjoyed your interview stream yesterday. Me too, Dot Zombies. I'm so happy that you could enjoy it as well, my friend. That was definitely something different, and for that reason, it was so novel. It was so inspiring. I loved it as well. Happy that you enjoyed it. Get a nude? Get a nude? Hooligans? I don't know what a nude is, because the way he's spelling it is Nood. In Afrikaans, it would be saying nuot. Nuot means emergency. I guess a nuot. I am in, oh. So it can also mean need in a way as well. But you can say, like, this a noodzaak, like it's a emergency case. So, Afrikaans. It's weird that words can mean the same thing sometimes, right? Red and red. If you read red as red, then you have to reread red as red so you can read it as read. You freaking English as well. Growth. Met an amazing person yesterday. And the connection was so nice. The conversation was like, the conversation with like-minded people helps me grow. Absolutely. Wow. And thank you so much for saying that as well, Infamous One. That's beautifully said. Oh, that makes me feel things. Yeah, you're so right. Conversations with like-minded people help you grow. It's paradoxical, at least in a little bit of a way as well, right? Because the thing that's coming up in me is like, oh, but if you're only talking to like-minded people, then eventually your growth would stagnate because you won't be challenged. Freaking cognitive dissonance. I think both can be possible. Do both, have like-minded conversations and non-like-minded conversations. Growth from both. Thank you so much for sharing as well, Infamous One. I haven't rolled up in a long time. How long is a long time, Lane? Like, I feel maybe like 2 months or 3 months for you. Like, that's the last time I heard you talk about smoking. Books can help a lot too. Absolutely, Darth. Absolutely. I feel stuck right now. Have a kid on the way. Kind of scared. I'm 23. So I'm guessing the fact that you're saying I have a kid on the way instead of I'm pregnant, like you're the guy in the situation. Where do you think you're stuck, friend? Are you stuck in like accepting the responsibility of having the child? Are you stuck in the feeling of, you know, feeling unprepared, like, oh, I don't know anything, and stuck in that? Like I kind of take things to the extreme when I think about the word stuck. Technically, we're stuck on the planet. And coming to accept that, sure, we can fly with spaceships, but then we're stuck in the universe. Right? There's no escaping. Technically, there's no really being stuck, because there is no such thing as being unstuck, or vice versa, right? I love you, friend. Like you'll be okay, friend. I'm sure that you're going to raise a beautiful child and someone that's going to help this world as well. You got this. You definitely got this. Had our first at 23, and now we have four. You see, I mean, Candace had the 23 as well, and not only did she manage having the one, she was like, you know what, Juan, juggling one, nah, they should add just three more to it. And now I see like Candace like looking at the fifth. I can juggle more. I'm super mama. I can see you doing it still, Candace. Oh, I shouldn't get into predicting or thinking when it's gonna happen. Thank you for the bless up. I've appreciated, Big Papa. Morning, man. Morning to you as well, Hash Lungs. Thank you for joining us again, friend. Thanks, guys. You got this, dude. Nothing to be afraid of. A little person who loves to be held and loved. There we go. Absolutely, Candace. I'm feeding my son bananas right now. Sliced bananas or multiple bananas, because like I'm just like imagining you like being in this sort of, what do you call that thing, rally chain, as he's like scarfing down banana, you're like passing him another one. He's like feeding him bananas. The man needs to eat. He's ravenous. You get back here, girl, little rascal. Mine are eating pancakes. Does my dog count as a kid? So you're a fur baby. Yeah, Fred, sure. Get to see the Scarlet and Amelia on the Wednesday. Okay, you must be super excited. Are you going to go to them? Are they coming to you? How long are they staying? I think maybe you're going to them just for the Wednesday. Good luck, of course. Having a baby is scary. Remember, you both learn every day how to be a parent, and your child how to become their own person. Be patient and have love. Perfect. That's so perfectly put, Lisa. Thank you for your beautiful words. Mine wants to make our puzzle, but syrup and puzzles don't mix. Yeah, I'd rather not. Oh, sticky puzzle pieces is irking my gears. Irking my gears? Yes. Yes. What can you get your gears irked? Grinding my gears is the correct one, I know, but how do you, I'm getting irked? Is that the the verb of it? I'm guessing. You have a decent singing voice, Mel. Thank you, Scarmelia. I appreciate your love, friend. Lamar, I said, I see you next Tuesday. I was so pissed off. Everyone else was saying the F word. Like, come on. You said the F word as well, and you got banned? Yeah, it's like, yeah, all of these dudes. F. Ooh, Katie. Gets kashlammed. It's so stupid. And the biggest thing as well is we as creators should have power over stuff like that, right? If someone says something in our chat, there shouldn't be an entity outside of us that's allowed to ban the friends that wants to say things. Like maybe in a way, like if it's just completely derogatory or something extremely hateful or, whatever, enter a horrible statement here, then I can imagine. But like saying a single word, that's so stupid. Management, it's correct. There is no perfect parent. Yes, absolutely true. Hello, Curly Joy friend. Hello, Peach. Thank you for joining us again, friend. It's nice to have you here. Lamar Gold. Tate was incredible and has such a radio voice. He really does, Infamous One. And Jovan, I'm not sure if you're still here. I also noticed how still Tate sits. And like Toasty like kind of follows up with like he's in another dimension. And I was like, yeah, definitely. Just like so zen. Like I didn't see him move. Like I would see his head or like something like that, or when he would smoke, but then he would just be like composed. Now I'm thinking about sitting still myself. Is it possible? Can Melt sit still? Can't is my bad word. I'm I'm mildly disappointed now that I didn't say that as well. Yeah, he did say curse word though. It can still be the same thing, I guess. Same. Don't say it though, cause someone doesn't like it. I hear you. No, it's mine. No is your favorite curse word. You freaking know. Kind of works both ways. Can be seen in the way of like you, no, but it can also be seen as you, no. Best insult ever. You can't get a read on it. It is gonna like probably be a little bit of your infliction though. That's going to make the difference. Now I am a perma banned. You're perma banned. Is it the second time you've been banned or something, Katie? I'm 25 with 3 kids. Having kids at any age is hard, but also rewarding. You get to watch this tiny little living potato you made grow into a full-fledged human. It's a crazy feeling. I could only imagine Scar Media. Goodness. Like, yeah, it's such a trip. Like imagining myself as a being, you know, and how much I've grown. Being able to witness that externally, you know, with a being that kind of resembles me in my mannerisms and some of my genetic traits, if you will. What a trip. What a trip my dad has been through watching me. What a trip I've been through watching my dad. Life is just non-stop tripping. I have yet to make friends in our new town, and I have no current ones I can see, so I'm at home most of the time. A staycation. Viking. Candace, staycation, you know. Just relabel the understanding, the feeling of staying home for yourself. I'm also on a staycation right now. My friends are also a while away. Don't get to see them much, but we're making the most of it. You're taking care of beautiful little beings. Being able to spend time with them, I think, is also something they appreciate. And I hope that you'll make friends soon, Candace. I mean, you're a lovable person. I couldn't imagine you not making friends. Just go to something that you enjoy, you know. Do you like some sort of niche thing? Go to a place where they do niche things and then talk to people there. It's the best way to make friends. Going out and hearing people curse makes my ears feel weird. Only curse words I hear are in movies. Yeah, I'm also like trying to cut down, you know. I think your friends have noticed as well. I don't curse as much as I could, I guess. And there's nothing wrong with cursing as well. The first person I think of is Nelson. My goodness. I think like if we have like maybe a 10 max curse word limit per stream, Nelson has like 10 per at least 20 seconds. Like it must be must be a curse word every 2 seconds, and I love it. Like because that's him, right? That is his experience. That is his consciousness. That is his divine perspective shining through, and I get to witness that and see that and love that. And yeah, so like there's nothing wrong with either. It's just a choice as to what energy you practice, right? That's the thing I think, at least. Thought hard about it. And I think the pain has helped me grow the most. That's a really good answer as well. Rena. Wanted to say your real name for a second. The pain has helped you grow a lot. You know, like that, just saying that, instantly in my mind visualize this pain as this substrate and you and your life force and your divinity like growing away from it. Like it was, yeah, it's beautiful. This is the way. Yeah, absolutely. Pain helps you grow so much as well. It's not always comfortable growing in that way. And it also shouldn't be the only way that you allow yourself to grow, of course. Because then you're going to search out pain, of course. No. Oh, Melt, we have meerkats. Gotta play with them tonight. You have meerkats? What? Did I? So maybe you've posted. I've been kind of absent from the Discord server today, but I'll definitely go and check it out. That sounds amazing. I hope you're having a wonderful day and a better weekend. Thank you, small poet. I hope the same for you, my friend. Love to you. You have any plans you want to share? In your opinion, what's the difference between living and existing? I think existence is something that always is. And the living is something that sprouts from that. That's just a very nice way of saying it. Or of saying, I don't know, friend. I think living can be something intentional from existing. And I believe that's why we should create the opportunity, equal opportunity for everyone to at least exist, without having to explain why they have to exist. We can do at least that. And then maybe we'll really know what living means, friend. Maybe more people will as well. South African ganja. Yeah, it's doing its job, dude. Definitely. Grown in South African soil. Use a volcano right now. And what an amazing device, dude. I'm guessing you have the balloons, or do you have like a pipe extension on it? Heard really good things about the Mighty. I think the Mighty is also, part of the same brand as the volcano, isn't it? It's how they roasted the coffee beans and it tastes so good. Sounds amazing. Sounds like I'll be sweating hard, Lamar. What? I feel bad for the baristas. Maybe I missed something. Maybe someone said something about the baristas. I'm so nervous. So excited, just nervous. Don't want to mess up. My friend, there is no messing up. You have learned so much. I'm also 23. Or at least my body is. And I've learned so much, watching my dad and learning from him and seeing how the things he did affected me. And with that knowing, I can already make educated decisions. And I believe you would be able to do the same, friend. You'll be okay. I believe in you. Yes, Mel, the scarf has a practical use. It does. Galabanza, it has multiple practical uses. Being a windshield is a great part of it. And when it gets super hot, I actually add water to the neck here. And then it helps me cool down. It's really sick, dude. I love these things. I'll probably wear scarves or pashminas for the rest of my being. I always tip. It's beautiful. Thank you, Katie. You are being appreciated by the beings you're sharing with as well. In China, Taco Bell, yeah, hash or weed. I'm more of a hash person, friend. Did I just say I'm more of a hash person? How did that come out? More of a weed person, sorry. Hash is something that gets a little bit much. It's nice if it's an occasion thing, or you want to sprinkle a little bit in your joint, but just that, because you want to chill 'em if you want to smoke hash as well, so I don't have a chill 'em, unfortunately. The science, the art of coffee, the whole magical universe. Milk makes its own sugar at a particular temperature. Ooh, okay. I didn't know that. I know milk has sugar within it, Peach, but I didn't know the frothing effect and stuff could possibly raise the milk to a temperature that will help it to release some of that sugars, or at least make it a little bit more bioavailable for you to taste it. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Thank you for sharing that. Another SUV. Music helps me to survive, but not necessarily to grow. Hmm. That's interesting. And you're saying that, Rena. Because I feel I've fluctuated into that understanding and out of that understanding. Like I've been listening to a lot less music throughout my day recently because I'm usually in like a headspace where I'm trying to follow some sort of narrative, if you will. And if I'm listening to psytrance, that can be a little bit interrupted or sometimes amplified as well, and that can be a good thing. But there's a reason that I dance. It's like getting all of that feeling, that energy that you're experiencing from listening to music into your body. And then if the music isn't creating the energy that you're trying to express, then it's difficult to listen to. I used to be the same way about techno music. I still appreciate rock bands that have stringed instrument and drums, but I do understand DJing and techno. Okay, Lane, dude, I've always thought about like some sort of techno track that has like guitar and like you've probably heard about Infected Mushroom. Listen to Guitar Mass, Lane. Like just you listen to that track, dude. I think you'd like it. So using bass and guitars as like a tool, or not the tool, samples for your techno track, dude. It's, or technically it's psytrance, but yeah, it's fantastic, man. I can share. I have been having the same dream every night for a couple of years, and I figured out a part of it. It's so complicated, it would take me a while, but I found some answers in myself for it. That sounds amazing, Katie. I hope that that serves you, my friend. Keep learning from that, keep moving towards that, don't shy away from it. I've had some dreams like that as well. I haven't gained any understanding just yet, so if you can do it, I would be able to as well, and thank you for giving me that hope. If you look at the evolution of my music taste and see the evolution of my character seems to go hand in hand, each character of my life and its own score and soundtrack. That's kind of cool, dude. Now I'm imagining a collage of, or like like a collage of photos of you growing up and looking at how, you changed with your music taste, and then you being able to make a track, that's like, it like integrates, like it transitions, if you will. How sick would that be? Lane, is the stars going off in your head? I hope it is, man. uh my music taste has changed so much throughout the years. I don't mean to be a bummer, but I've been enjoying silence a lot lately. So that's what I was saying as well, Jovan. I'm happy that I'm not the only one, and I also didn't want to feel like a bummer. Oh man, oh, thank you for making me feel seen as well. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's like the silence has also been something that has helped. Weird how that changes. I still thoroughly love music though. Like, as you said, like I definitely haven't lost any taste for music, but maybe I'm savoring it, spending less time doing it. So it's better when I do. It's acrobatic. You will mess up, and it's how we learn and grow from your mistakes. Absolutely, that's true as well, Lisa. Silence is one of my favorite songs, Jovan. It has probably been closer to 4 months since I've rolled a J. Ooh, are you missing it? You see, people saying weed is addictive. Len goes 4 months in between joints. People can't go 2 hours without a cigarette. I'm not trying to call anyone out. I'm just, talking about what addiction means. And I feel maybe in some way I am using marijuana as an ad, right? Like something that helps, like a coffee, if you will. I'm not gonna judge myself. Because what's the point in that either? I think in the same way, I'll probably, differ in my existence as well. With music, going for silence, with weed, going for abstinence from it as well. Little seesaw effect. Sine waving. It is more like a kid gonna have a good life in the future. Yeah, I feel that is a real concern as a parent right now as well. And I believe that's why we're doing what we're doing here. You know, talking about these things and trying to share a space with each other that is loving. And being able to share spaces with loving individuals is the kind of spaces that we would want to raise our kids in. You know, you're not going to want to raise a kid in an environment that you feel there is no, empathy or love or compassion for one another. So what we're doing is creating a space for ourselves in which we know there is going to be good. And as the more we do this and the more good we want to be giving to the world, the more good there is going to be in the world. Right? It's correlative. We're doing what we're supposed to be doing, friends. Run away. I will share my Mechanic Insta page with you later so you can see some of my projects. I would love to, TJ. That sounds amazing. Tell me you live off of your parents without telling me you live off of your parents. Ding, 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 ding. Kinky, you got it, friend. You got it. On a scale from 1 to 10, my gears are pretty irked. Yes. Yes, I'm irking other people's gears as well. No, that's the way. I hope that your gears got irked by the irking of the gears that I said in the first place. That would be the best because then it's a paradox. I'm being goofy. I'm not irked. No, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Thank you, Shafat. I wonder if that's just a radio show posture Tate needs to be. Yeah, at the mic and can't move, or else the mic won't hear him. You're very much right, dude. I'm thinking about especially with the amount of Joe Rogan podcasts I've watched, how he's always like, you keep the mic fist away from your face. Want to be real close to it. Can't be dodging and weaving away from your microphone. I think I'd still be able to do that if my microphone was here, right? Maybe a little bit. I don't move that much, do I? Thank you for the helpful pro friend. I appreciate that. Good answer. I have both, but mainly use the bags and sub same company. Yeah, you can use both, friend. None of them has to be included. Totally check it out. You said it was Infected Mushroom. Yep. Infected Mushroom, and the track is called Guitar Mass. I think you'd vibe. I think you'd like it. Good news, the mod apologized and lifted the ban. Yay. There we go, Katie. You see, I knew it wasn't gonna be, something that's doable. Some ridiculousness. It was just supposed to create some spice, some opposition, some evil, if you will, right? Today's villain was this mod. Oh, who dares ban Katie for her use of the F word. And now our villain actually apologized. What a beautiful ending to the story. Thank you, Katie, for sharing it with us. Silence was too loud for me sometimes. It has a weight that's hard to process sometimes. That's true. And for that reason as well, Rena, I think you would maybe enjoy Float Tank. Put earplugs in your ears, go into the water. It has a lot of salt in it, so you kind of float really well. It covers your ears. Ooh, that's weird to do as well. Covers your ears and your neck here, and then it almost comes up right to your eyes. Shouldn't move side to side, otherwise the water will run into your eyes. But if you just lay still there, float in that water, it's complete silence, complete darkness, and complete weightlessness as well. And then your hairs and just the pocket around your skin basically becomes, because the water receded, equilibrium, if you will. And then when that happens, the complete sense of your body being there disappears, and it's just you and consciousness, and you're it is so large, so encompassing, can be very intimidating, Rena. It is beautiful though. I think you got this as well. Silence can get me lost into a negative energy. I think it's because it's so unknown. It's so vast, so unknowable, so beyond us that it is something that's scary. And it can lead us to a negative place because our egoic consciousnesses tells us that, oh, the reason you're feeling like scared, or the reason you're feeling negative about this thing, or is because you don't understand, as a like a judgment of you, like, oh, you're too horrible, too unintelligent, too this, too that, to understand, and that's why you don't know, and that's why it can get you into like a negative space, and that's not the truth. It's this like being of you that wants to stay alive. The ego. It's like, yeah, I need to survive. But you are, friend. You are that thing that you are that thing that always is. Yeah, you know, it's just your temporary existence holding on with dear life when it shouldn't be something that has tension within it. It should be an acceptance, open arms, like you're waiting for the biggest hug ever. Right, that's not the way. It's not the way. But I agree as well. I think I may have missed some more. Posted a couple of excerpts. Yeah, there we go. I posted a couple of excerpts from the book I'm reading in the Discord. I forgot about one where the main character talks about the silence. His Walkman dies and he's staying in a cabin in the middle of a Japanese forest. There's no electricity, so he can't charge it. He notices that the silence is music just the same. But I agree as well, Rena. Sometimes I have to listen to music to drown out what the silence can scream. Oh, what a silence. And yet, there was no silence at all. Morning all. So freaking tired this morning. Airborne Army guy. I was so freaking tired this morning as well, dude. Like, so tired, I felt like I was slurring my speech. It's trippy that you're also feeling that energy, man. I'm sending you love. You're very in tune, my friend. Thank you for joining us. I agree, Lane. Management and Rena. Any advice on hard times? If I really knew, I would tell you. But I'm a little bit lost as well because I've been through hard times myself, and like the only advice that comes to mind right now actually is, a Seneca quote. We suffer. Okay, no, a little bit backtrack. There are more things to be alarmed by than there are things to be harmed by. And because of this, we suffer more in our thoughts than we do in reality. So I don't know if that's good advice, friend, but just say that for yourself and like feel what that means to you. The silence can be deafening. That's why I melt and I listen to Melt more. Thank you, Christy. I'm so happy to sing for you, if you will. I believe talking is in a way just singing with extra steps. Take breaks. This is the way. Right? I love it. I'm so happy to interrupt your silence, friend. Been wanting to try to float. Definitely try it. The dry historian. Go and float and get wet. It's a vibe. It definitely is a vibe. I was in China when I did that, and I didn't have access to any illicit substances. But they say smoking a joint and then doing that, or like microdosing, monkeys and then doing that. Great way to get even deeper into that experience. And the next time I'm going to do it, I'll definitely try that. I actually want to build maybe one for myself. It's not really like the thing I'm really concerned about. I'm not so much concerned about the float tank itself. I'm concerned about the amount of salt I have to put in it. That's the most expensive part. It wouldn't be that expensive to build the actual float tank, and I can do that. But the salt I'll have to put into the water, that's gonna cost like $400, maybe even more. Yeah, $400, maybe more. But maybe. Dum. Silence can be deafening. Onto the float. Good times make soft men make hard times make strong men make good times. Realize where you are in the cycle and be the change. Goodness. I don't know if you can see the goosebumps I have. Thank you. Airborne. Yo. I recognize the divinity in you, friend. Thank you for sharing that with me. I find silence to be a lovely warm blanket. It makes me calm. It can, Elvin. I felt very calm in that silence as well. I am aware, though, that the silence I have is devoid of a lot of potential human-generated noises, if you will. It can be a music to that as well. People watching is it's also something that's fun. I know that now what is going to help you. Just always look for the good in any situation you're in. It's there if you have eyes to see it. It's true. Really is true. And you need to be willing to see it as well, Try to see it even. That's the thing sometimes. Like people don't want to try and consider an idea. It's something they write off so fast that they don't even, try to process it. It's a shame. It really is a shame. Not like the sensory deprivation tank. That's the one. Definitely recommended. Would suggest your head be in a good space though. I think it can have benefits either way though, friend Jovan. Like, I mean, just the floating itself, because it's a completely sober experience, right? If you're just doing that, it can be intimidating, but it can also be something that is so, healing. It really is a beautiful experience. It feels like the most out of it you're taken, because the thing is as well, you pay for it. Like I paid for it as well, and it was relatively expensive. It was like $70 a session. I mean, it's not that expensive, but $70 a session, and you would have like an hour to be in the float tank. So with that knowing, you're not going to really chicken out of it, if you will. Maybe you can. I mean, I'm a little bit of a sucker for like freaking paid for hours worth of floating in a tank. I'm gonna get hours worth of floating in a tank. So basically went through the whole thing, and yeah, it was just such a good experience for me. It would be something I'd recommend. And you can't really drown because the water is like that deep, basically that deep. You're literally just floating in water, and then it has like maybe that much of a gap. If you bend your body, like if you lower your ass, for example, you like instantly touch bottom. It's it's a weird environment to be in as well, because it feels very alien. It feels like you're going into this basically alien existence, like a planet that you're going into. The water is warm. It's like very heavy as well. It's salted. You just float in the water so easily. And it's very good for your skin as well, the salts. Good for your hair. good for your scalp. So there's a incentive in that regard as well for it. I mean, try it, check it out, like look it up, find out for yourself. More to be harmed by than alarmed by. Great insight. Thank you so much, Airborne. It's not my insight, unfortunately. It was Seneca himself. I mean, we are all one. Have you learned hand dancing? Liquid wave? I mean, not exactly. I haven't learned it, but I can give it a try if I have a means to do so. Siobhan, the only problem I'm having is to sign the waiver, and having a seizure disorder is under control with meds, so it'll probably be fine though. Yeah, like as I said, like fortunately, it's not deep. If you have a seizure in the bath, maybe deep doesn't matter that much. Goodness. Yeah, like be your own judge. Look into it yourself. I don't know anything, please. I know nothing. Absolutely nothing. And you have to flush the tank too. You don't have to flush the bathing tank. Like you basically actually keep it that way, and you maintain it. The salt is also something that keeps the water pretty sterile, if you will. Things don't very efficiently live in a salty solution like that. It's just like, I'm gonna be free, but instantly gets just like knocked by crystals. And salt molecules just like knocking the daylights out of them. Microdose and float sounds amazing. What has been your experience of psychedelics? I don't share too much of my experience of psychedelics, Christy, because I feel that in sharing my personal experiences with them in a way that makes them sound good, if you will, it could lead to someone assuming that that is always the case, and not being in the right mind space, or not being in the right environment, or not getting it from the right people could end up harming them, and that is not something that I would ever want to live with. So for that reason, I don't tend to share too much of my experience, but there's ways to mediate. Loving yourself, friends. Take care of yourself today. Thank you, Infamous One. You too, my friend. And give your sympathies, your symptoms when you got up today. Why did you not simply stay in bed and continue to rest? Because I was... I don't know. I've never been questioned as to why I got up. I felt it was time. Sometimes it feels time. Okay. Enough bed. Now world. Oh goodness. There's so much of it, huh? It's surreal, just what a vast amount of existence there is. We think of our planet as, unimaginably big as a small human being. And our planet is like a speck, speck on a speck in our Milky Way. Oh goodness, it's fantastic. There's so much experience and ceaseless creation just happening, always, all of the time. It's unfathomable. Estian, I enjoyed the interview yesterday. Also, the picture from China of the kids was adorable. I'm so happy you could appreciate them as well, Nancy. Thank you for joining us, my friend. Need to start my day. Cheers all. Love you, family. Love you, Airborne. Thank you, my friend, for sharing this space with us. Love you more. Today, I will accept it. Accept all of it. Pass on to you the torch, Airborne. I'm not sure if you're still here, but that's what I saw. I saw this golden... Man, it's hard to really explain. It's like it had... Imagine a turntable and then like taking sections out of it, had like notches in it and like patterns on it, and then it like kind of collected into this cup, if you will, and then from this cup the patterns turns into flames and burns from this torch. Take the torch, my friend. Go into this world and share the love and the light, the warmth with people. I love you, Airborne. Have a great day. That fish impersonation was morbidly amusing. That fish impersonation was morbidly amusing. You should see this. I think you'd love it. What a pleasure just to watch them doges. I cannot express how much I just love these little beings. It almost feels unreal to be witnessing something so divine. As I said it, it's still so divine. I cannot even believe it. Oh, okay. Thank you. There we go. Oh, Christine, thank you for being here with us, my friend. Love and light to you. Packing and stuff. Everyone, have a great day. Thank you so much, friend. Man, I'm actually getting cold. I didn't think I would need a blanket today. Little did I know. See you, Gloomy. Glad you finally got your stuff back. I'm also so happy. Man, she got her stuff back, but all of it reeks of smoke, cigarette smoke. Inconsideration. Where does that come from? I feel separation is the reason, right? You don't consider the other person's feelings, you don't even take the second to imagine yourself in their shoes. So you feel no remorse, no intention towards doing a good thing or a right thing. Man. Oh, Eva. They're the cutest thing ever. They're still, going at it. I'm so happy that Eva is playing again. Like, man, when our two pups died, one from a snake bite and one from someone who was visiting who accidentally drove over our dog, Kara and Kiko. Like, Eva became so depressed, and like, I could see signs of depression within Eva's behavior. She would sleep like 19 hours a day. She got fat. Like, she would just eat and like lay down. and like she wouldn't respond well to attention, and it was something that really broke my heart. Like not only did I have the pain of losing these pups, but I also saw the pain that she was experiencing. Makes me so happy that she has a friend again to play with, that she's out and about and active and just enjoying life again. Hugs and love. Thank you, Kathy. Hugs and love to you as well, my friend. They feel the love too, absolutely. Those pups can often give the older ones new life. Absolutely, Mr. Smith. You just put it as I said it, my friend. Like that's what's happening. Eva isn't that old. She's like a 5-year-old, 6-year-old dog. But yeah, she was definitely sad. We have a dog that is 15 years old as well, Bingo, still going strong, and she's like giving him a go as well, pulling at his ears and stuff. She's like making him try to stay alive. So maybe him trying to stay alive with her like biting on his ears and like biting on his leg. He just like with his like sheer will of I'm gonna survive this little monster. He keeps living. He's gonna reach like 18 years of age, I'm sure. Uh, Animal depression is real. I've seen it myself. Definitely a real thing, Dragastorian. Animals feel everything we do, I firmly believe. I think so as well. I think some of them might have more nuanced versions of our emotions, if you will. But I do think there is just, awareness within everything. A tree also doesn't like to have its limbs cut off, you know. That's just we're we're a part of something very much alive. Everything is very much alive. Rob Sleep from Oz. What's up, fam? Toasty. Thank you for joining us, my friend. I was just talking about you, and I actually mentioned you to my mom today. She was, she was. I basically took a screenshot of all of your friends' beautiful messages when my mom showed up in chat or in the camera window, if you will, and took a screenshot of that for her. Sent her the photo, just to like show her the love that you friends are sharing with her, and it did a lot for her, my friend. Like she really appreciated it to the moon. Like I haven't seen her that happy in a long time. So thank you, friends, for doing that as well. And then like with this conversation happening, I mentioned you, Toasty, and I'm like, yeah, Toasty has now like I was talking about how it, but they were like you were making jokes and how it was a really fun stream and how there was just this sheer amount of love being shared. And I mentioned that you, you called me Esti Hans, and she's like, "What? Why is that happening?" And I showed her the Haze commercial, and she was like, she really enjoyed it. She like laughed like properly again. Thank you, friends. Like you're so blessed. You make life so beautiful. Is that a toasty I see? There's a toasty you see, dude. I love start staring into animals' eyes, like a whole world explodes in a second. I feel sometimes, the dogs can be a little bit weirded out by that. Like they'll break eye contact with you sometimes. But I mean, they're their own little divine being. I think if you and your dog could like sustainably just make eye contact and look at each other for like 15 minutes, that would be the trippiest thing ever. I think you would transcend. You would become one with your dog's consciousness. Love you too, Kathy. Thank you so much for the love you're sharing, my friend. Thank you for the silver as well, Minus. I appreciate the love. Ah, Mama Love. Yeah, she loves you too, friends. Thank you. I'm not great at reading pictures. But did you just say Jovan and my name is Emoji Toasty? Goodness. Bowling ball? Coffee? Toasty is speaking the language of the gods. Bowling pins, dude. Music. coffee, robot. Oh, Jovan and Lane. Okay, I get it. I'm getting it, dude. Lane, you're sharp, bro. I like didn't pick up on that either. I just assumed it was random spam. I was like, I'm sorry, Toasty. I feel so bad now, dude. I'm bad. You're like shaking your head. It's like this bitch. Fucking out there. Sorry. Oh man, I love you. Dude, man, that's cracking me up. Growth to growing. I'll look into it more, Toasty. I promise. Now you've expanded my consciousness once again. The pictures mean something. Give me a pen. Lol, I never random spam. Dude. I mean, I thought it was just you like sending hearts and stuff like that. I'm not spamming, just sending love, if you will. But nah, I know. This whole time Mel's been thinking we're spamming random emojis. Oh goodness. The shame. Yeah, it's true. Except I admit it's true. But now do melt. Yes. Yes, now it has to be done, Toasty. Oh my god. Damn it, with these kids with their emojis. Yeah, I was like, yeah, these youngsters. Youngsters with them damn emojis. All I know is how to speak good. I don't know how to read emojis. Yeah, pretty much. The whole time, Japan. I'm lazy. Yes, same, and same, very much. In the frequency, if you will. We need an emoji translating chart. Like I'm missing a little bit of the pinballs with Lane. Is Lane really? Is it pinballs? I think so. Right? Throw a ball, hit the pins. Anyway, are you a big pinball? No, it's not a pin. No, what? Pinball is not the right word, is it? Bowling ball. Yeah, play bowling. Bowling? Man, I'm butchering it, aren't I? Are you a big bowling fan? Is that it, Lane? Maybe that's what it's supposed to mean. Uh, I've been touched by the giggle bush. Oh goodness, definitely, definitely. I'm still going for it. The intention is growth, and I feel embarrassing myself. That's a way to grow as well. Goodness, it definitely is. It definitely is, because it's kind of painful. Thinking back to what Rina said, and it is sharing with like-minded people. It's a combination. It's a crossover. The worst of both worlds. Take care, Lane. Goodbye, Lane. Thank you for joining us, my friend. I really appreciated you being here. I like the vibes. I like you, friend. Thank you for joining me. Like a bowling lane. Oh, that's it. A bowling lane. I would have probably put a road if I tried to say the same thing. Like when I think lane, I think like road, in a way. Like stay in your lane, stay in this trajectory. The best thing about Lane is that's exactly what he doesn't do. Until he found what he was supposed to do. No, you. Thank you for being here with us, my friend. Have a beautiful day, Lane. Bro, you're glowing today. Thank you so much, Toasty. you're helping as well, friend. Like your love that you're sharing with me is what's helping me glow. I feel the heat, feel the vibes being sending those vibes right back. A road would be a little more universal, wouldn't it? Yeah. So but I mean, I'm not calling you out. I'm just sharing experience as well, right? It's perspective, enhancing perspective, enhancing perspective. Thank you, friends. You have expanded my perspective beyond what I even thought possible. Just in these 212 days. I can't imagine how much more we're going to grow. Hey, Kenny. It's nice to have you here, friend. Take care. Thank you. Tomorrow. I'll see you, friends, tomorrow as well.